An eerie night settled over the old mansion, its silence broken only by the sound of distant wind. In a dim room, a creaking door opened to reveal a forgotten letter hidden behind a broken mirror. Mysterious symbols glowed faintly in the moonlight, raising questions that made the heart pound. Every step on the cold floor felt heavy with secrets from a past long buried in darkness. Shadows moved silently as if guarding ancient truths. Tell us where you are watching from. Please support and subscribe to help continue this tale of unknown danger and lingering mystery in quiet midnight. Benjamin Lewis was one of the richest men in town. He owned many houses and cars, but his heart was heavy. Long ago, his dear Caroline had passed away, and her grave sat in a quiet part of an old cemetery. Every week, Benjamin visited the grave with a bouquet of fresh flowers and sat silently, remembering the happy times they had shared. On a cloudy afternoon, the wind blew softly as Benjamin walked along the worn path to Caroline's grave. He felt the cool grass under his feet and heard the rustle of the leaves in the trees. The peaceful scene always helped him feel close to Caroline, even though he missed her deeply. That day, as Benjamin reached the small stone marker, his eyes caught the sight of a young girl near the grave. She wore a plain white dress, and her face told a story of sadness. Without a word, she placed a folded piece of paper on the grave and then quietly stepped back. Benjamin's heart began to beat fast as he slowly opened the note. The paper held neat, clear writing. The words were strange and filled with mystery. They spoke of promises made long ago and secrets lost in time. Every sentence made Benjamin remember a side of his past he had long forgotten. Soon his strong and guarded heart broke a little more with every word he read. He could not believe that a stranger had come to unearth all his hidden feelings and memories, shaking the very foundation of his life. Standing alone in that quiet cemetery and looking at the note, Benjamin felt a deep shiver run through him. The note carried a secret about Caroline, one that he had never known. It hinted at a truth that could change everything he believed about their love and his own life. With a heavy heart and a mind full of new and confusing questions, Benjamin looked at the mysterious girl one last time before turning away. He slowly began walking down a narrow path between the ancient trees, wondering about the secret the note held. The red light of the setting sun made long shadows on the ground as he felt that his long, quiet life was about to change. In that moment, Benjamin knew his journey was only beginning, and the hidden truth lay somewhere in the silent whispers of the night, waiting to be discovered. As Benjamin stepped further into the twilight and into the dark corners of the cemetery, his mind swirled with thoughts of Caroline and the unknown secret that had emerged on that chilling day. Benjamin stepped away from the grave as the night deepened, his thoughts tangled like the shadows beneath the ancient trees. Under a sky of deep midnight blue, each step on the soft gravel reminded him of both the love and the secrets Caroline had once shared. The mysterious note lay heavy on his heart, a silent invitation to explore more about the past they had together. Back at his quiet mansion, Benjamin sat in his small study. He placed the note in front of a pile of old photographs and letters that held memories of happier times. The paper's neat handwriting spoke of promises made long ago and hinted that Caroline had hidden truths that no one had ever known. In the soft glow of the desk lamp, he studied every word, hoping that these clues would lead him to a secret path that Caroline had once walked. As the hours passed, his mind wandered back to the moments they had shared around a large, old oak tree by the cemetery. That special place suddenly felt filled with new meaning. He carefully reread the note, its words echoing in the silence of the room. With each sentence, guilt, grief, and a burst of hope mingled together, urging him to search for answers in all the places that held the memories of Caroline. Dawn's soft light began to break through the heavy curtains as Benjamin packed the note safely into his coat pocket. He stepped outside, determined to return to the quiet cemetery. Every step along the familiar path felt both strange and full of promise, as if the earth itself whispered reminders of hidden secrets. The cool morning air stirred his thoughts, and he wondered if the mysterious note was meant to guide him to something important, a truth Caroline had left behind, waiting to be discovered. Walking once more among the crooked headstones and leaning trees, Benjamin's heart pounded with both fear and excitement. The wind rustled the leaves and carried a faint scent of wildflowers mixed with old memories. His eyes scanned the quiet corners of the cemetery, and in one of these silent nooks, he thought he noticed a glimmer, a sign that there was more to be found. Every stone and every whisper of the wind beckoned him forward, urging him to uncover the secrets that had haunted him for so long. Driven by his love for Caroline and the mystery held within that chilling note, Benjamin moved deeper into the twilight. The quiet paths lined with ancient trees and forgotten memories promised the beginning of a long journey. His mind buzzed with questions of where this path would lead and what truths would be revealed next. The mystery was growing, and as Benjamin stepped into the unknown, he felt that a part of his hidden past was finally coming to light, waiting patiently beneath the shadows of Caroline's cherished resting place. Benjamin moved beyond the familiar stones, the soft light of early morning painting the paths in gentle gold. His heart still pounded with the memory of the note and the vivid image of the tiny engraved symbol on the old wall. Each step seemed to whisper a secret, urging him onward into the quiet mystery that the cemetery held. At the edge of a winding path, he found a worn wooden bench. Its smooth surface bore the marks of many years of quiet reflection. Benjamin sat for a long moment, resting his hand on his heart. His eyes trusted the silent clues around him as he studied the mysterious symbol again. It shone faintly in the sunlight, almost as if it were calling him to remember stories from the past. The gentle morning light slowly warmed the chilled ground, and Benjamin felt a stirring of both hope and concern. The note he carried and the secret mark on the stone now formed two pieces of a puzzle that pointed to something deeper. He thought of Caroline and the many happy days they had shared against the backdrop of these serene grounds. In his mind, each whispered memory beckoned him to uncover a hidden truth, one that had long been buried with time. Driven by this new surge of curiosity, Benjamin left the bench and strolled further down a narrow path lined with ancient trees. The ground was soft, and the hush of the early day made him feel as if he were stepping into a living picture. The world around him was heavy with history, each leaning headstone and creeping vine hinting at secrets only the brave could find. He touched the rough surface of a stone wall, remembering the glimmer of the symbol. It was too clear to be a coincidence. With the note safely tucked in his coat pocket and a renewed spirit of exploration, Benjamin decided that his next step was to return to the cherished items at home. Somewhere among old journals and faded photographs, he believed, lay more clues that could connect the strange message and the covert symbol. Even as he walked away from the heart of the cemetery, his mind buzzed with thoughts of hidden paths and long-forgotten memories. Each gentle breeze, every rustle of the leaves, and the silent watch of towering trees spoke to him that more secrets waited nearby. As he stepped onto a sunlit road leading away from the cemetery, the soft murmur of the day promised that his quest was far from over. There was a feeling in the air, a subtle, careful invitation to continue searching for the truth Caroline had left behind. As Benjamin's journey continued along this new winding path, the world around him seemed to hold its breath. A delicate balance of light and shadow, of hope and mystery lay ahead. The quiet ground, filled with the echoes of the past, whispered that the next clue was near, waiting for him to notice its silent call, even as the morning light grew brighter. Benjamin stepped away from the old stone bench, letting the soft moonlight guide him deeper into the garden. The night was still, and every sound, the rustle of leaves, the gentle trickle of water from the small fountain, seemed to whisper secrets of a time long past. Clutched in his hand, the carved knife and the faded letter felt more important than ever, as if they were keys to unlocking a mystery that had waited silently for him. He slowly walked along a winding path lined with wildflowers and tangled vines. The path led him toward a small clearing where moonlight danced on the dew-covered grass. In the middle of the clearing stood a cluster of old statues, their faces worn by time. As Benjamin's eyes moved over their features, he noticed one statue in particular bore a faint engraving, a symbol that matched the mysterious mark he had seen before. The sight made his pulse quicken and his heart pound with a mix of hope and worry. Without any sound, Benjamin crouched down to examine the engraved stone more closely. The symbol was simple yet powerful, stirring memories of promises made long ago. It seemed as though Caroline had once hinted at the secret place through words in the letter, inviting him to look deeper into the echoes of their shared past. Every detail, the smooth stone beneath his fingers, the soft chill of the night air, felt like a gentle push to continue his search for answers. Rising slowly, Benjamin took a few careful steps around the clearing. The garden's quiet beauty now held an even deeper meaning, as if every petal, every rustling leaf was part of the hidden message Caroline had left behind. He felt a sudden and gentle pull toward the far side of the garden, where a crumbling stone wall separated a patch of wild ivy from a small, overgrown path. The air grew cooler there, and Benjamin sensed that this secret corner might hold more clues. With the carved knife safely in his hand, and the letter still whispering mysteries in his thoughts, Benjamin moved toward the ivy-covered wall. Each step was measured as he felt that the truth was hidden among the worn stones and creeping vines. The garden, alive with silent memories of promises and pain, invited him to uncover its secrets one step at a time. He began to gently push aside the ivy, curious about what lay hidden behind it. As Benjamin continued his search, the night deepened, and the garden seemed to watch him with gentle, expectant silence. Every movement, every shift of light and shadow hinted that the next piece of the puzzle was close at hand. In that quiet space, the promise of Caroline and the secret of their shared past lured him further into a story that was still unfolding, waiting for him to discover the next hidden chapter. Benjamin gently pulled more ivy aside until a hidden stone archway was revealed. The archway looked old and secret, like a doorway leading to a place no one else knew. With careful steps, he moved through the opening and entered a quiet courtyard that felt full of memories. In the center of the courtyard was an old marble fountain. Its trickling water made soft sounds that filled the silent air. Near the fountain, Benjamin noticed a mosaic made of colored stones. The pattern looked like two shapes that fit together, reminding him of the way Caroline had always shown her love through small, kind symbols. He knelt down to study the mosaic and discovered faint marks that looked like a hidden message carved into the stone. Benjamin's thoughts wandered back to happier days with Caroline. He remembered how she once traced a similar shape on the sand, and his heart warmed even as the mystery deepened. In his hand, he still held the worn letter with tiny, faded words that hinted at another secret. The letter spoke of promises from long ago and of a special token that Caroline had kept safe, a token that now might lie hidden somewhere in this forgotten place. He sat on the cool stone of the courtyard and carefully looked at every detail, jotting down notes in his small notebook. The gentle sounds of the water and the soft whisper of the wind made him feel that the garden was telling him a story. Each stone and flower, each little crack in the wall, seemed to be part of a puzzle waiting to be solved. Rising slowly, Benjamin walked around the courtyard. His eyes scanned the quiet corners, wondering if another clue was hidden behind a tall, crumbling statue or under a pile of fallen leaves. He could feel Caroline's presence in every shadow, as if her memory was guiding him further into the garden's secrets. With a careful step, he moved toward a patch of overgrown vines near a weathered pillar, certain that his search was not over yet. Every gentle breeze and soft rustle of leaves urged him forward. The garden was like a treasure map filled with memories of love and long-kept promises. As Benjamin continued, his heart beat with hope and a bit of worry, for every step brought him closer to the hidden parts of Caroline's past. The mystery was growing larger, and the quiet space around him whispered that more secrets lay in wait, just beyond the next bend in the path. Benjamin continued along the narrow path until he found a small wooden box hidden beneath a patch of ivy beside a crumbling stone wall. With careful hands, he opened the box to reveal a small silver locket. Inside the locket was a picture of Caroline and a tiny folded note. The note, written in gentle, graceful letters, told him that true love never truly fades away, and that every secret can help mend a broken heart. In that quiet moment, Benjamin felt the heavy burden of his grief begin to lift. The silver locket shone softly in the moonlight as if it carried a warm, familiar glow, a promise of everlasting love. He recalled the happy moments he had shared with Caroline and realized that this hidden treasure was her final gift, a sign that even in loss, love could bring hope and healing. Standing there in the soft, cool night, Benjamin placed the locket close to his heart. The mystery that had once shattered his world had given him a gentle truth, that Caroline's love lived on in every memory and every secret touch of the heart. The garden, the engraved symbol, the hidden box, and the locket all came together to show him that sometimes painful mysteries hold the keys to inner peace. With the silver locket as a reminder of the love they shared, Benjamin stepped away from the secret courtyard. Every stone, every rustle in the garden, and every beam of light felt like a promise that love endures, even when life grows dark. As he walked back toward his mansion, the weight of sorrow turned slowly into quiet acceptance and calm determination. In that still, tender moment, Benjamin realized that although Caroline was gone, her memory would forever guide him through the rest of his journey.